Hey, what is going on, builders? It is Socks, and today I present to you the Burrow. The Burrow is a small group egg base that was heavily inspired by a legend in the building community, also known as Spinky. The Burrow includes features such as anti-siege protection, external bunkers, a funnel wall, a stair bunker, and a furnace wall. The Burrow literally has every feature that you could think of. So if you guys like this base and want to see more bases built by me in the future, like, comment, and consider subscribing to join our growing community. I have also included a link to Spinky's channel in the description of this video, so go show him some love as well. Hey, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to the walkthrough for the Burrow. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So the Burrow has three external TCs that are also free-handed bunkers. Each TC is around 2,000, but it also has one battery. Moving on into the gatehouse, we've got Patricos that look right into your furnace wall. That is on both sides of the compound. We've got a very small and compact compound. You got your furnace wall here. You've got Patricos that are looking into the compound from bunkers. Moving on in, we've got like a mini shell. We've got drop boxes. These are your bedrooms right here that look right into your compound, looks right into that furnace wall. We've got a little bit of a funnel wall here as well. These are the breach peaks that give you steep angles that prevent anyone from door camping. We also got peaks that look back on the base in case anyone is laddering up. More drop box storage. Moving on into the actual base, we've got plenty of box storage here on the second floor. We've got a drop down core. Moving on in here. This is the core right here. Main TC is 36K, but that is with every single deployable imaginable. You can see I've got everything here. And then right here, we've got a stair bunker. If you were on console, this will not be usable. So this is what the stair bunker looks like right here. No one can get in. This is very good bunker. And then when you want to unseal it, right there, all you have to do is break that. And you're good to go. So moving on up to the third floor, we've got our mobility jump ups here. This is the third floor. We've got our jump up to shooting floor here. We've got more box space here as well. This is the part that looks into shooting floor. We've got ankle biters that look throughout the entirety of the shooting floor. We've got lockers to rekit. And here is the shooting floor. So the shooting floor has got pretty good peaks. You've got white gap peaks right here. You've got crouch peaks. You've got turrets that overlook the entirety of the shooting floor. Pretty nasty angles there on the turrets. Right up here is more peaks up to the shooting or the top of the roof. More bed respawns, and you've just got more turrets looking over. Very unique part of the base is right here. This is called ANTI-SEIGE. This base was heavily inspired by Spinky, and I learned this type of technology from him, so I will leave a link to his channel below in the description. But essentially what anti-siege protection is if they were to take this external TC, they would not be able to place their own, because main TC protection goes all the way out here, creating a very, very big overlap. So in the event that they do take your external TC, to replace it, all you would have to do is come to the shooting floor and place this ramp right here, and it disconnects it from the top. And then to reattach it to main TC, all you have to do is place that ramp right there. So that is the walkthrough for the Burrow. Without further ado, let's get right into building this beast. here is the total cost to build this base from start to finish. I've also included the total cost in boxes so it's easier to understand. Now, let's get right into the video. Hey, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to the build tutorial for the Burrow. Without further ado, let's get right into the build. So the Burrow is an egg base. Very simple starter, nothing crazy on it. So once you have your egg down, you're going to pick a square and do 2 half walls. And then once you have those 2 half walls, you can go ahead and enclose the rest of the egg. Okay, so right here, this is going to be your TC. So right there. Okay, so once we have that to the right of the TC, we're going to add a loot room. That, and then on the opposite side you're going to add another loot room. Just like that. Once you have that, you can go ahead, put frames, and then here is going to be your entrance, and then here is where I like to place the furnace jump up. Go ahead and put a frame right there, and then after that you can seal everything else in. So how this bunker works, the stair bunker, this is going to be twig. So every time you place this triangle ceiling, it will be twig. And then to seal the bunker, you do spiral staircase, and then place that just like that. So make sure the blueprint looks like that, and then you upgrade that to whatever you prefer as far as like protection. And when you are wanting to open it back up, you would just destroy this twig triangle ceiling, and then you have that open back up. So moving up to the second story, we're going to go ahead and let's close this in just like that. And then on every square, we're going to do a double door. Just like that. And then here, we can fill in the rest with walls. And then on every right side of an entrance, we are going to place a wall. So just like that. And then these are going to be loot rooms, just like that. And you can go ahead and place frames in here. Just like that. And then you can go ahead and place frames in the middle just like that. And you could seal everything up but one. You can go ahead, if you seal this up, just make sure that it is wood. Or just leave it unsealed, because when we work on the floors above this, we're going to want to make sure that you have access to this. Alright, so once you have the first and second story down, we're going to go ahead and work on the third floor. So first thing I like to do is add a single door frame on all of these. And then here we are going to want to place 2 triangles on each side, just like this. We will put our honeycomb there later, but for right now, we're going to leave it as is. And then here, we're going to place that door just like this. And then our jump up is going to be right there. And then here, this is going to be a loot room. So just like that. We will eventually seal this, but we are going to leave that be for the time being. And then add your frames here in the middle, just like that. So that is third floor. This is going to be your jump up to the next floor. And then these are going to be loot rooms. But for the time being, I'll leave this unsealed until we're ready to start adding more. So for this next floor, we are going to do a window on each square, just like that, and then a window to the left of the square. And then on this jump up, we are going to add a half wall, a ceiling, and then a double door. And then just like that, we're going to add a wall. We're going to add 2 frames just like that, and then add your ramps just like this. So this is going to be the ankle biter peaks that look into your shooting floor. And then once you have that, you should be good to seal the rest up just like this. And then to cap off our roof, we are going to add our stability to connect this to the outers. So just like that, you're going to do half walls in the middle and half walls on each side, and then make sure that you have this low wall just like that. Base looks pretty wonky right now, but we're going to add honeycomb here later. But this is what it should look like before you work on any externals. Okay, so once you have this done, you are ready to start working on the externals and making this base look normal again. Okay, so first thing I like to do is I come to these square sections right here, and then we're going to do a half moon out just like this. You can get rid of everything else just like this, and then you're going to make a circle off of this. Once you have that, you can get rid of this right here, and then you can go ahead and add that just like this. So once again, I do have symmetry on, so just be aware. Do not add these triangles until you've done this section right here, because you will not be able to add that here later. So you come to these circles right here, and then you do 2 squares just like that. And then we're going to leave it just like that for right now. But once we have that, we can go ahead and, once you have this square section down with this built, go ahead and add this honeycomb, and we can go ahead and bring that all the way up just like that. So that makes your base look normal again. Now once you have this section right here, we can go ahead and connect this to the top. And the best way I like to do that is I come to the section right here. This is going to be how you connect it up top. And then I add this. This is going to be where a good turret peak is at. And then I will do ceilings up on top of that. And then once I get to, I do 2 stories of frames. And then I will add a half wall just like this. And then another frame. And then that is how you connect it to main. So that, with that being connected like this, this will not decay as long as you have frames just like this. So that will not decay on you. That's going to be connected to main, but we will disconnect these here in just a moment. So once you have this, we're going to go ahead and work on the other section of externals. So I add these 2, like this section right here is going to be your drop boxes, and then you build out a square, triangle, and then you do 3 squares. Just like that. Delete everything else, just like that. And then you're going to half moon back till you get to this point right here. Once you get to this point, you're going to do square, and then a triangle, and delete everything else. And then once you have that, we're going to go square, triangle, another square, triangle, just like that. So that's the shape you should be looking for. You should have this gap right here. And then once you have that, we're going to go ahead and finish the rest of this, just like this. So that is what you should be looking like so far. Make sure you do not build these triangles until you have these right here built. And then to make sure that that won't decay, you're going to place a door frame just like that to include those triangles. So that is what you should be looking like so far. Next, we're going to work on building the bunkered externals. Okay, so once you have this, we are going to go ahead and work on our bunkered externals. But first things first, we will need to connect these or disconnect these so that you're able to place your external TCs. But knowing that, these might already be upgraded, and I'm going to show you guys how to get rid of those. So we're going to work on our entrances real quick. We're going to make sure that these are ready to go. So add these walls, your double door frame, and then this stair. And then we're going to go 2 windows on each side, and then a half wall, and then a window on top of that, and then a 2 half walls up on that. So here is this. So this is the entrance into your base, but it also doubles as your jump up to the next floors. And then once you have that built, you're going to go ahead and place a ramp and then 1 frame just like that. So once you have that frame, do not add frames on the side of this. You will have too much stability and this will not disconnect. So once you have that, you have everything you need to disconnect it. And then all you need to do is place a backwards facing roof, and then that will disconnect it. So let me disconnect these other 2 real quick, just like that. And then, so that's your entrance. You can go ahead and add frames just like that. So your entrance is made. Now we are ready to work on the externals. So make your way to the gatehouse section right out here. And then we are going to go square, triangle, square, square, and then 3 triangles just like that. And you get rid of that middle triangle and then all the build out just like that. So this might be a little confusing for people, but if this confuses you, just slow the video down and do exactly what I do. So you're going to enclose that, place 2 backwards facing doors. We will flip these around and then add a ceiling on that. So once you have that, you can go ahead and throw your TC down. And then we're going to go ahead and work on our the bunkered part. So these are freehand bunkers. What I like to do, make sure that the back left corner of this is touching that right there. And then we're looking for 78% or 79% stability. And then once you have that gap there, you can flip these around and it makes that gap seamless. So you could keep this square section right here, but I don't like it. So what I do is I replace it with a triangle. So the way I do that is triangle, square, triangle, and then delete this build out, including that square. And then you will do triangle, square, triangle, just like that. And then that is how your bunker works. Just like that, your TC is there. And now let's connect this and make sure that that will not be decaying. So I do square, and then triangle. So that's connected right now. Make sure that this square socket's connected to the main part of the ceiling. If you connected it to the wall, it will not let this bunker open. So you have that. Now let's make sure that nothing else decays. So I like to place a door frame just like that. 2 frames just like that. I usually get rid of that foundation if it's there and you can't soft side it or, you know, get rid of it. Not the biggest deal if it's still there. And then I will place frames just like that. So once you have that, nothing should be decaying. Let's go ahead and reconnect these. So like I said, at that point with everything connected, you should have nothing decaying and you are free to work on the rest of your base. All right, so once you have that, we're going to work on finishing the compound. So first things first, I like to come to the gatehouses. Let's work on the gatehouses here. My standard gatehouse, nothing crazy on these. I will do half wall just like that. Half walls down here. And then you can go ahead and place these frames just like that. Then on this one, I'll put the turrets in the middle just to save a little bit on turret spots, because we'll have spots to put turrets here later on. So once you have the gatehouses down pat, let's go ahead and work on the bedrooms. So I come to the bedrooms, I do window, square, square, and then I will place a full wall right there, and then get our Patricos there. So that is our Patrico, and then I will go ahead, moving on, well, let's go ahead and do that on this other side real quick. So again, window, 2 squares, just like that, a full wall, and then get your Patrico there, and then once you have that, you can place your frame. And then here, we can go ahead and we're going to add our drop box space. And then while we're here, let's go ahead and add some honeycomb. So I do 1 story of honeycomb, and then on the top of that, I will do a half wall here. And then, so that is that section. Now let's work on breach peaks. So I do a layer of half walls at the bottom, and then here I will add 2 more half walls. Windows go up on top of that. Frames go on top of the half wall section, and then you will place ceilings on that. And then I like to add these frames, and then low wall peaks go right there. After that, you could put ceilings on it. So going above the bedrooms, go ahead and place ceilings on those. And then here is the entrance. So we're going to go ahead, place 2 walls just like that, and then double doors. So that's going to act as our funnel wall. And then once you have that, place 2 ceilings just like that, and then a final one to block this off so that no one can jump through. And then it is also important, make your way to this right here, and then we're going to place 2 low walls on this. This makes it a little harder for people to compound hop. When we place these barricades there later, you're going to be happy that you put those there first. So moving on to the rest of this, we're going to go ahead, add ceilings there, and then half walls go just like that. And then you have these half wall layers just like that. So there's that, and then we should be ready to start the shooting floor. So this is what it's looking like currently. All right, so once you're ready to start on the shooting floor, we're going to go ahead and make our way to this section right here. Right in front of these little Patrico peaks, we're going to go 2 windows just like that, or 2 frames, and then a window, and then a low wall. So we're going to mirror that on the other side. So the window and then low wall. So that is what you should be looking like so far. And then here, we're going to go up on top of this half wall, 2 frames, and then a window again. So there's that. And then coming up here, we're going to add 2 half walls, and then this is a really good spot to put a barrel before you seal this off. So put your barrel and then seal that off, because that's going to be accessible here later on. And then at this point, you go ahead and you're able to connect that. So that's the main part of your shooting floor. Go ahead and place that triangle ceiling. Here you're going to go 3 frames. Just like that. And then the rest, we are just going to build up as such. So I go 2 up on every single frame, and then 2 windows just like that. So here we will do 2 ceilings just like this, and then ceilings off this window to give you this peak as well as that peak right there. And then here, add 2 more ceilings, and then facing back we will go window, and 2 frames as such. Once you have that, you can go ahead and add those like this. And then I like to spam frames. Do not put a frame here, because if you put a frame here, you will be unable to use the anti-siege tech. If you place a frame there, you will not be able to place that ramp, so make sure that you never place a frame there. So you have that, and then right above our jump up out onto the shooting floor, I will go ahead and place that for box space. So once you have that, you are good to put a ceiling on everything. Just like that. And then you can come here and place a ceiling just like that. So at this point, we should have everything enclosed. You can go ahead and place a triangle frame just like that. And then now moving on up to the top of the shooting floor. What I like to do is I like to find the ramp right here, and I will place a window on either side, just like this. And then I will place a low wall on the left and right side of the windows. So once you have that, you can go ahead and place your ramps here, and then just upgrade one of them to a different grade so it doesn't connect. You could do stone, you could do anything else. I don't know why it's acting like that. That doesn't matter. Okay, and then here I will just go ahead and place another half wall, and then I put my beds up against this right here, and then you could land your mini up on top. So once you have that, the actual structure of the base is complete. Now I'm going to show you how to seal off this compound. Okay, so once you're ready to start working on your compound, sealing it up, first thing I like to do is I like to place these chain link, and then I will go, and then secondly I will place the furnace. Just make sure that you know, it's an actual furnace wall, and then I will place the wall just like that. It's kind of a tight squeeze around that section, or the external, but that. And then in the tutorial I just had it to where I had that already disconnected. It just makes it easier for me to place the wall quickly. But if you already have this placed, it's still doable. It just takes quite a bit of time to find the right socket. But that should be the only side that you have issues with. This other side, there's nothing in the way, so it's just simple rinse and repeat. Place your furnace. You do a wall just like this, and then second wall just like that. And then here is how I would recommend sealing up the compound as far as barricades. I like to place 2 barricades up on the side just like that, and then once I have that placed, I can get rid of this triangle just like that. And then here I like to place 2 more barricades, and because of the low wall behind it, that means that they will not be able to jump through that or even just like eat the damage and then fall into your compound. So just like that, that's how you seal up those sides. And then over here it's a little different than what we normally do. So I like to place 2 triangles on either side of the gatehouse just like that. And then I will place 2 embrasures on the side just like that. That makes it really tough for anyone to, you know, build around. And then here in the middle, I place 1 to finish it off. So that is the build tutorial for the Burrow. If you guys like the video, please drop a like and a comment on what you'd like to see me build next. As always, I am Socks. Peace out, and I will see you guys in the next video.